Hello, Dental Team listeners. This is Kiera, and today I am so giddy. I have one of my favorite humans in the entire world. Like, that is not an exaggeration. She's got $1 million smile. She's one of the funniest people I've ever met. She makes me laugh all the time. She really does. Like, Zanita, when you smile, the world just makes, it's just a happier place. Zaneta Hamlin, one of my favorite doctors. This woman can brand like nobody's business. Surprise fact, I even have all of her branding sitting here. I have her stickers. I love the business card. That was my favorite thing that you added in for me, was a business card for me. But Zaneta Hamlin, one of our clients, one of my faves, welcome to the podcast today. How's your day today?
Great. How are you? I'm happy to be here and chat.
I'm so happy to have you. My day has been amazing. It's been podcast day. And by far, my favorite podcast is you today. So I'm really, really excited because I have wanted this podcast to come out for so long. So Zanita, I don't want to do you a disservice. I just said a few things as to why I wanted you to come on the podcast. Like I said, being a part of our community, I just watch you, and something I have noticed about you since literally the day one is you dress incredibly well and you're always branded. Like, you're a walking machine of branding. Every event I've seen you at, you have Cusp Dental. I know where you are. I know your colors. You have everything branded. You think so intentionally, but you're just an amazing human. So Zanita, kind of tell us, and honestly, I want to go with you and do dentistry in other countries. That's something that you and I are going to do outside of that. So
Absolutely.
to fill our listeners in a little bit, Zanita, kind of walk them through, who is Zaneta Hamlin? How did you get to be into Cusp Dental? Just kind of give us a little background on who you are, the dentistry you do, whatever you feel like sharing. This is Zanita's time. And I want everybody to get to know you because you're just an amazing human. So walk us through, how did you get from where you were to where you are today?
So I am a second generation dentist. I started off as an associate. I went to my dad's alma mater, went to Howard University, College of Dentistry,
Amazing.
around this area in the Virginia Beach, Hampton Roads area. I would say Howard is the real HU, so that's going to probably offend some people. Great.
That's okay. She's here for it. There's no shame.
Yes,
Zanita,
yes,
this is your podcast. You get to say whatever you
yes.
want today. No filter.
So second gen dentist. I started off as an associate, so I associated for about 9 years until I birthed the idea for Cusp Dental Boutique. It was initially going to be an acquisition. That was the plan. I was with coaching prior, but it was geared more towards acquisitions, and that didn't work out for me. Everything just didn't work out, and the type of practice that I was looking to create just didn't fit in the other practices. So my husband actually found the space that we are in, and we just built it from scratch. It was a shell, and then we have Cusp Dental Boutique.
That's
Now,
amazing.
yeah, I do like to brand, so
Please do. I want you to, because I also hope people hear, like I said, I brought you on for a reason, Zanita. This is where I want you to brag. I want you to share about who you are, because I think so often we don't. And so many times dentists feel they're doing it all alone. So trying to bring different dentists, different perspectives. So brag, Zanita. I'm going to brag about you too. So this is your show. Brag, as you should.
I do love my practice. I love how we do things differently. There's a lot of technology. I mean, lately I've had a few temps in my office. And so just having the temps has shown me how much my office does that others don't.
Yeah.
And the expectations are a bit higher with what they should do. But everyone comes in and like, oh my gosh, this doesn't feel like a dental office. It doesn't smell like a dental office. Even the swag they get is different, Now, yeah, I'll give the, Cusp Dental Boutique, chapstick or things like that. But the koozies, the wine tumblers, because
Why not?
wine.
Why not?
I think one of the things that you might be referring to is my luggage
Yes.
cover.
Yes.
And I do have that because look, your bags, when you check a bag, even if you are rolling
Mm-hmm.
like it's carry-on, people see it as you're dragging it wherever. So it's advertising. They might be in a different state. You might come visit Virginia Beach and be like, you know what? I was on a flight to Detroit and I saw, this Cusp Dental Boutique. I want to see where that is. Maybe they have an emergency. Top of mind.
I don't disagree with you. This is why I brought you on the podcast, because the way you think about branding and advertising, like I remember meeting you first at this conference and like you're repping it. Like you've got your Cusp Dental Boutique, and it makes me so happy because that's also, I think, why you do so well in your practice. Like you love what you've built. You can see the love and the passion and the pieces. Yeah, the luggage. I just wrote it down. Dental team needs to freaking put those on because we travel everywhere.
All the
Think of
time.
how many
Yes.
dentists are traveling to conferences and we are not branding. So Dental team, if you're listening, which most of them do, surprise, maybe it'll be your holiday present. Shelby, we need to get these. So, there we go.
They
Yeah,
are
it's brilliant.
great. Nobody's gonna rep your brand better than you. So if you aren't proud of it, so you gotta rep it. And yeah, I put
I
it
love
on
it.
anything. We went, our family went on a Disney cruise, our first ever Disney cruise, and I just randomly saw, because a sorority sister of mine told me we need those clips for your beach chair to put your towel on so it doesn't fly away.
Oh, right.
Well, I happen to find there are stretchy versions, like elastic versions, and you can customize them.
Of course.
So of
Of course you
course,
can.
mine one side says Cusp Dental Boutique, the other side says Cusp Untethered. So either way, you're getting something. And it went on. So on the Disney cruise, you could see it's 4 chairs: Cusp Dental Boutique, Cusp Untethered.
Amazing. It's incredible. So, okay. So I think, Zanita, something that you do so well is you built this practice. And I mean, even I think people seeing the clips of this online, I mean, you doesn't even look like you're sitting in a dental practice. Like you're in this very different vibe, different feel. So walk me through, how has it been being an owner? And then I want to go through like, what have been the struggles? What have been the good things? Like you have this amazing space, people, you've got raving fans. Like you have built this boutique dental practice, which I think is so great to stand out when I think dentistry has been a little bit tricky. And I think you're doing a great job of that. And then we're going to pivot to like some of your favorite brand. I mean, she's already listed her luggage covers. You can like literally, Zanita, I feel like if there's something she can put a logo on, she will. Like it is like, oh,
Absolutely.
I could put this here. I could have a bracelet. I mean, your jacket, I guarantee you there's a custom dental pin. I guarantee.
Oh yeah. I mean, the back of my jean jacket says Untethered on it. Like
it's all there.
the
She's
symbol's right
constantly
there. So
it's constant. Like Zanita, I think you are one of the few people that thinks in their branding so much that it is a part of you. It's what you do. It's who you are. It's not like I'm Zanita and here's work and here's Zanita. It's I am these pieces. So walk me through. You started this scratch start. How's it been going? The wins, the stresses, the struggles. Like where are you at on the business ownership path?
I mean, there have been ups and downs. I will be very honest and frank about that. I've never been a business owner, so this is my first kick at it. But I'm very frank with my team, like, hey guys, I'm learning too. So, and I rely on them to also give me their feedback. Now, I always take it into consideration. It doesn't always mean like, hey, we're going to do what you recommended this time around, but I do like to listen to them and see what they think, because they have great ideas, but you won't know unless you actually listen to them. But it's been up and down. Like when people opt to leave the practice to go somewhere for whatever reason, I've taken it personally in the past. Now, oh my gosh. I mean, hopefully Dana has seen how much I've grown in that department.
I would agree. Dana's been coaching you for quite a while. And Zanita, I will even say, not being in the day-to-day with you all the time, you have grown exponentially. It used to be this, I remember being in the doctor masterminds, different places. It was just this like complete stress. And I feel like you have definitely grown as a business owner, as a leader. And I'm really proud of you. And you seem happier, but you still haven't lost your flair of like loving your practice. Like it didn't jade you, even though it stressed you out. And agreed. Dana will for sure be watching this and she will be so proud of you, as she already is, but you have definitely grown in the time that we have known you. And I'm really proud of you because I don't think everybody does grow. Some people just stay stagnant, but you have wanted to grow. You wanted to evolve. You listen to what people say. You've made friends in our community. You and Christy have become BFFs. Christy Moore, she's been on the podcast too. Super excited to hang out in person, but you do a good job of executing and implementing, Zanita. You're very humble. You're very coachable. And you're also just a ton of fun. Like you keep the Zanita piece of you while also growing and evolving too.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, there's no way you can't change stuff if you don't accept it. Because if it was working the way you were doing it, then why are you coaching? So no, it's been up and down. I've learned to delegate. I wasn't doing that before, and now I'm still learning to give deadlines, because sometimes I will suggest that something needs to be done and not say when I need it done by. And in my mind, that means you've done it already.
Yep.
So working on that, but I am doing better with letting others um, do things for me, and that I don't have to do all of it. And I have a great team that understands that I will do it all. If not,
Hmm.
if they don't step in, and they will like, no, 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 I got it. You go do something else, or maybe go eat. How about that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Good.
so I think it's who you surround yourself with that helps. And like you mentioned, like Christy, for example, I was talking to another doctor when I went to a master class a couple weeks ago for the AGD, and he was telling me like, hey, when you are looking to move your practice into different levels, like moving up, like for example, me, trying to add an associate and
Hmm.
grow, he was like, talk to people who have done it, or people who um, have been in that seat before, or coaches that can help you. And I was like, well, definitely my coach can help me with that. And to like,
Hmm.
talking to somebody like Christy, who's been there, done that, or
Yeah.
read a book about it, so it's who you surround yourself with too, that
Hmm.
can help you. So
Yeah. No, I think you've done an amazing job, and it's just fun. It's fun to watch you evolve as a leader. It's fun to watch you. I mean, I remember some of our first emails where I'm staying here so late, everything's on my plate, I don't know how to do this, to now hearing you of I delegate, and I built this culture of a team that knows who I am. Like, you haven't had to change yourself, Zanita. That's something I love about you is I don't feel there's been a huge change of Zanita. I think there's been a like Zanita 2.0, a Zanita 3.0, where you just keep like you keep the core of who you are, but you evolve as your business evolves, and like letting the team know, yes, this is who I am and this is what I'm expecting, and I'm very honest and very frank. I think it's really helped you tremendously. And like, let's give some snaps. You are bringing in an associate, you are evolving your practice, you are growing into these things. And so if you were talking to somebody, say in your shoes, they just found this space, they found the shell, they're super excited, they're Zanita who you were at the beginning to Zanita today, what would you maybe tell that practice owner of some things of like, hey, as the wiser version of me, this is what I would maybe do, or I would execute on XYZ, or I would do this again of something that I did. What would you say are some of those tips you would give maybe a Zanita coming in doing a similar path?
I probably would have learned to delegate earlier.
I agree.
I think, yeah.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
spent some long emails and some hard nights on not delegate, and
Yeah.
a lot of hours at the
I
practice
was
unnecessarily.
posting it. Don't do like, you can, but why?
I agree.
Like,
I agree.
I can't believe I did that, and how much time I put. But it's interesting though, like even the things that I have delegated, I'm still busy. I still
Mhm.
have to do things. So it's like I'm like, how did I have time to do that? Like, no wonder why I was stressed. No wonder why
Yes.
I wasn't sleeping, like,
Mhm.
so I would have definitely delegated sooner.
Yeah.
I would have gotten an Aura ring earlier.
Right?
That's something she knows, talking to her
So
about.
nice. It
Would have gotten
works
that
great.
earlier.
Yes, agreed. Okay.
Um, but I also would have trusted my intuition more a lot earlier. I mean, I did, but not
Mhm.
at the level in which I do now. Like, for example, if I extend an offer, or like, I make a decision, because I like to make decisions pretty quickly. Like, it's this
Mhm.
and we're going with it, right? Um, I don't go back and like ponder it like, oh, did I really make this mistake? Like, was this a mistake? Should I have done this? Should I have done that? I've had those thoughts before, but then I quickly am like, no, 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 this is the way we should go. If an offer was made and it wasn't accepted, it's because that wasn't for me, and it probably would have been a headache. I've
Mhm.
gone down that route with like negotiations and stuff like that. And I thought to myself, hey, had that actually worked, it would have been a disaster. So I'm glad it didn't. So definitely um, intuition, like
Yeah.
leaning into that and just going with the flow.
Mhm. No, and I do think that there's so many times that we feel like there's all these other experts, which I do agree, like great job, kudos to you. You you jumped into consulting and you hired coaches and you talked to mentors and talking about Sheena and Christy, like you use your doctor community around you and you work with other mentors. But I do believe that there's an internal knowing that I think we often lose by thinking, I've never done this before, so how am I supposed to know? But I do think that there's a core knowing that I really love that you brought that up, that people really do need to trust themselves. They need to execute on that more. So many people are like, well, someone told me I shouldn't do this. And I'm like, but like, you know what you need to do and you'll figure it out and it will work. So, okay. I love your story and I love what you've done. And I'm so happy that you're sharing with other people. And now I want to pivot to, let's talk about your branding. Talk me through, you said everything is branding opportunities, every single possible thing that you do. Like, has this always been a part of you? Did it just come with buying the practice? And then I want you to walk through some of the specifics that you do of branding intentionally, maybe even like who you use or where you get these things. Like, I don't think people realize like marketing is a lot easier than they think it is. You did a scratch start, so you have had to figure out how to market yourself with no money. So kind of walk us through like, how have you done this? How has the marketing been for you? How has it been finding more new patients? Like, I don't know, whatever you want to take on this branding, because honestly, you are one of my queens of branding that I've met as a dentist. Like, you do it so well. So walk me through just however you want to take this branding, marketing side of the business.
No judgment. Okay. Ready?
No judgment. I'm ready.
Okay. One of the cheapest things you can get, and y'all don't, well, let's just go through it. So
no judgment. We already put it there.
Pens. Okay. So you can go to pens.com. They always run promos and stuff like that. Get some pens. Get your favorite pen. They'll send you see exactly.
I have it. It's literally right there.
Yeah. How I started was, I mean, of course, Studio 88 did my logo, my colors and all that stuff. That was a process to get to what it is now, right? Because there were different versions of it, right? And then I started putting it on pens. So here's what I would do. When I go to a restaurant, family, friends, myself, whatever, they give you a pen, a Bic pen or some whatever pen. I will sign with my pen and I will leave that pen.
Smart. You're so clever. Okay, keep going. I want to hear all these ideas. I'm writing them down, by the way. They're brilliant.
So, I always have a bajillion pens on me in my purse or in my pocket. I wear scrubs, so I have them in my pockets and stuff. Like even like my car, where I take my car to get it serviced or oil change, whatever. They've got my pens floating around too. The wine shop that I go to I have membership at, they've got my pens. They always ask me, "Oh, what color is coming out next?" Like because I do different colors based on different seasons, as long as it's within brand. So I can tell when that pen was from because we've only done orange ones. And that's black incredible. Was the last order we had. We have a teal one now. That was a mistake, but still, I have 500 of them, so we're gonna.
So we're giving them out.
Yeah. And then I also did a partnership with a restaurant that's not too far from my office, half a mile away. They're out by the water. They gave me gift cards that I can give to new patients. I gave them a boatload of pens. So when they are having people sign their checks or whatever, they finished their eating and all that stuff, they've got a Cusp Dental Boutique pen that people usually jack. They steal those. And so they've got 200 to sort through, whatever. So that's how I really started getting the brand out. I would wear what I had. If I had t-shirts or something, I would wear those. Now I have sweatshirts and stuff too. But it was just really wherever I can show folks. When I go with my kids to their games or their school or whatever, I might have something. And people ask, "Oh, are you the one that owns?" Yeah. Hi, you should come check this out. Just really. So it could be anything. I mean, again, a pen is a simple and easy thing to do to carry, not a huge investment. Do that. And then when Stanley does promotions and they customize them, you do that too.
Yeah. On brand, on color.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah. And koozies are cheap. I use City Paper. They are in Alabama. A friend of mine, another business owner, she's a pediatric dentist, Quinn, she sent them or referred them to me. And They do all of my koozies, whether it's the regular size koozie or the tall ones, which we did one season for beach because we're right by the water.
Mhm.
Um, and then even like our goodie bags, we don't do the traditional goodie bags at the office. They're cotton because also check out the environment. I have to
Yeah,
come up with something for my patients who bring theirs back to reuse them. Like, hey, maybe
cute.
off, if you bring your bag back so we can just refill it with your supplies if you need it. Um, but things like that have been great and people love it because it's different. Now I use mine for like when I travel for makeup, like my makeup brushes. It's,
Mhm.
I've had patients that'll use it for their sunglasses. We have Cusp sunglasses, which patients use when they're sitting in the chair anyway to protect their eyes. And 90% of the time, they want to walk off with it anyway. So again, take it. It has my logo. You're
Take it,
yeah,
please.
take it. Yeah, by all means. So
Oh.
yeah, and sunglasses can be pretty cheap too. So
Mhm. So what do you feel? Okay, pens, koozies, sunglasses, shirts, sweatshirts, reusable bags. What do you feel are, if I'm like on a budget,
mhm.
pens, obviously. What
Yes.
else do you feel has been? I mean, and also I'm hearing you. You know your population. You're by the beach, so you're thinking in beach. Like they're gonna want drinks. They don't want sand on those. So koozies are gonna be great. Keep them cold. They're there. The
Mhm.
towel thing at the beginning of the podcast. Well, yeah, that makes sense because you're at the beach. People need those. They're going to use those. They're going to see them. I like. What things would you say if I'm on a budget are going to be the best bang for my buck? I love the Stanleys. I didn't even think about like you're watching promotions on every single thing that your patients would use, like
Yeah.
sunglasses, clever. Again, you're a beach community. So, what
Yeah.
has been your best ROI? Because branding is like awareness, but then there's also like, I need patients to come back with that. So, what do you feel has been your best ROI that you could say these patients came from this if I could only choose like one or two of these items?
If we, my team probably would have to help me with this, but if it's based on what people have asked for, I would say
Okay.
it's chapstick.
Interesting.
Yeah, because you don't even have to be at the beach to use chapstick. Like you should keep these puppies moist. Like drink your water and moisturize your lips.
Mhm.
SPF, all the things. The chapstick folks have asked for, like, hey, do you guys still do the chapsticks? Because I think, and I don't know, I know there are different types, but the one we do is like the Big Daddy one. I have one in my purse, probably one in my pocket somewhere, but um, um, people really like that. Someone said to me, oh yeah, a friend of mine was using it and I just liked how it went on. And, she said she got at her dental appointment. I was like, oh yeah, okay. I'm glad you came because would you like one today after your appointment? We can give you
Because we've
one.
got some, and you can share them with all your friends.
Yeah. So, I think that has been great. And then the koozies are the second ones because people ask for that. Again, you could be anywhere. I mean, my neighbors use the koozies when we're out in the neighborhood, hanging out with the kids and stuff like that. So,
Mhm.
yeah. Oh,
And
look at that.
look at that. She has it. I'm telling you, this woman walks in her logo. I'm shocked I would not be shocked if you told me you had pajamas in it.
That's a good idea.
There you go. Pajamas. I know our team has been asking me for workout clothes like tank tops.
Yeah.
Um, and then also they want the branded shoes of Dental A team shoes. So that way they're like, we do a different one every single year. Cause that way, like your team is always wearing stuff also.
Yeah.
So like if it's
Chuck's
stuff
does
that
it. Converse.
they do, yes.
Hmm.
You can do that. We also found out you can make custom Nikes. You can make other customs
Can you
that,
put logo on it?
uh-huh. So those are things, again, I haven't done it yet, but write
Maybe.
down, get your notebook. But honestly, I think Zanita, some of these things, even post podcast, if you can send me and we'll include it in the show notes, some of the suppliers that you use and some of the ideas that you have. So like we've listed off, she's got the Stanleys that she brands. There's the chapstick. But if you looked and if you saw on the video and if you missed it, it's not the cheap chapstick. Like this is not a cheap chapstick. There's some dental
They have
offices that give gross chapstick.
minis. I
Yeah,
know.
the minis or the ones that just like get in your mouth and they taste disgusting, or they like don't actually moisturize. They
Yeah.
almost like dry it out worse. So you're like putting it on.
Yes.
Um,
Oh, you're
You know
getting
what I'm
one. I
talking about.
think I'm bringing some for everybody when I come to the
Excellent.
meeting.
Do you hear this? She's
Check.
coming to our Doctor in Person Mastermind, which is in September, and we're super excited about it. It's a Doctor in Leadership one. And Zanita's already thinking, I'm bringing it for everybody. And that's not because these dentists are not her client. We don't even live by her. But yet all of us are going to be wearing it. She never knows where one of us is going to be. I'm going to be on the airplane, sitting there, flying out to the East Coast. Someone's going to see it. They're going to look it up because they're going to love her logo. And lo and behold, they'll be like, oh, I saw some girl putting this chapstick on a plane. You never know where people are going to be. And it's very easy. I thought your restaurant idea was so clever. And like pens, I did not even think about signing with your own and just leaving it there constantly. The luggage, our team's getting luggage carriers. Like that's going to be part of their standard onboarding because we fly all the time and
Yeah.
dentists are on planes all the time. So, Zanita.
Dentists, their assistants, their office managers, their spouses. Somebody, oh, I was flying and I saw this, cute lady walking by with this and took a picture of it and sent it to their spouse or whoever, best friend. Have you heard of this company? Or why aren't you doing that?
It's so clever, Zanita. I think, okay, so what's your most random favorite thing that maybe wasn't the best ROI, but you just loved it? It was one of your favorite, like, things that you created that's been branded. I mean, you got a jean jacket that's unbranded. You've got your shirt, which is a super darling shirt. Like, what have you loved that was like, yeah. And then you also said you got sweatshirts. What else do you have? Like, what was your favorite?
Well, I really like our wine tumblers. I have a Yeti that has Cusp Dental Boutique on it, but we have tumblers. There are two versions. Again, depending on which one you break out, I know when you got it because we only rotate certain things. And we've done some promos where like our Cusp Circle folks get, which we have to get better about it. But when people do our in-office
it's your membership plan.
Membership, yeah. They get those things. So like the t-shirt, I'm not gonna just give to like a regular PPO patient. Like it's gonna be our membership folks that get those, like the nicer branded items. But I really like the wine koozies or not koozies, the tumblers. I use it often enough.
All the favorite things. And you can have it as a business write-off because you want them. They're branded. You pull them out for parties. You can put them on social media. Obviously, it's a complete business write-off.
I had my previous coach, she would put, when she would go to the beach or wherever she would go, she would take pictures with her wine tumbler in different places. So I did like I think it's in my Cusp merch on my Instagram, where it just shows people with Cusp Dental Boutique things in different places. And sometimes I'll still do that. Like I'll set it somewhere or whatever and post it. I've had patients who will send me pictures of themselves out in the wild with random Cusp Dental Boutique things. So yeah, but the wine tumbler has been great because no one else has that. Yeah. Like no dental offices, it's something you wouldn't think of for a dental office. So
totally. Well, and as you're saying it, I hope people picked up on, I wrote down some notes that I think you maybe don't even realize you're doing, but you don't call it a membership plan. It's called Cusp Dental Boutique Circle. So it's and as soon as you said it, I was like, that's her membership plan. But notice the way you say it, Zanita, is you want your people to be part of your group. It's a community. It's a group. It's not, and like they're getting the special stuff. They're getting something that's different than everybody else. So you're setting it apart for people that are a part of your inner circle. Then it said Cusp merch. And I was like, you're probably going to start selling your merch, like honestly. But right now it's just on social media, which then helps patients realize they tag you. You're going to be putting it on there. People will see it. You also are very clever. You said two versions. And I was like, that's so smart because then people are going to want things at different times. They're going to see other people getting it, which then creates retention of people wanting to come back because they saw the merchandise. They saw different things. But also you strategically know, like, when did I see them? Where were these pieces based on what they're having? So it's a very like thought out process that I don't even think I don't even know if you realize like the depths of the pieces you're doing that are just very fun. And it seems like you just have a ton of fun doing it too.
I do. I mean, I don't know. Now I will say, if you are wearing your brand, you can't be outside acting crazy. So
I would agree. I was going to say, do you ever
you
get
can
sick
be
of like
fun.
having people
Just
be like, hi, who are you? Like, I'm like, no, sometimes I want to go incognito on a plane. Like, I don't want
yes,
anybody to know me.
right.
So,
I do have those times. Like tomorrow, I'm supposed to be going to Cape Charles with my husband. It's our wedding anniversary. I have gone back and forth because we're going to be visiting a distillery. I'm like, do I go like because I will wear my Cusp baseball cap. I have it in 3 colors. My team, some of my team members have them. I think one of our videos we were wearing it for like it's our like new patient welcome video we have for wearing the hats. But my husband wears his often. But I've thought, do I go to this place wearing my Cusp Dental Boutique hat because it has the symbol in the front and the name of the practice in the back, or do I go incognito? Nobody should know who I am. But the
Mhm.
Eastern Shore is close enough, and we do have patients that have come from there. So just from talking to you, I'm thinking that I'm probably
You'll at least
going.
have like, there will be a little Cusp Boutique Dental cameo, if not the full show.
Oh,
So,
I'm
yeah,
also taking pens. So I'm going
of
to be
course she's
reading
taking
them at
pen.
the distillery strategically and the restaurant.
Depends. Depends. And I will say, Zanita, I mean, you shipped this to me at Summit because this is where it came from. We were at Summit and I was like, I need a notebook. And you messaged in the chat. I saw it come
I
through.
did.
Zanita said, I'm sending you a notebook. And lo and behold, this shows up in like this super cute notebook. I still have it. It's got a beautiful, I mean, it's a real nice pen, Zanita. She did, that's something else I'm noticing with you. You're not scrimping. Like this is a very heavyweight pen. It's a nice feel pen, which also is on brand with a Cusp Dental Boutique office. You're not going for this like hot, like you're not going for the burn and churn, which is fine. If you were, it'd be a different type of pen. Your stickers are very high end stickers. Your business card is high end, it's on brand. There's the untethered, there's the Cusp Dental Boutique. Like, just, I mean, you guys, I still have these. They're very nice. They're cute. They are not. I feel like I'm selling Cusp Dental Boutique. Like, I feel like we're on an
Please keep
infomercial.
going.
Like, here we are. But I think something like this pen is compared to some of these crummy ones, like, you know, pens.com. They do send you some really junky ones. They also
They
send you some
do.
really nice ones. But
Yeah.
I've been in offices writing with pens, like from the pens.com, like they ship
Yeah.
them to me. I'll have
Yeah.
a rose gold one, I'll have a white one. And in
Uh-huh.
offices, the dental assistant's like, I love your pen. And I'm like, well, you can have it. Here you go.
Please.
Like, take it, write it, share it with everybody.
Yeah.
But I do think there's something to be said. You do nice things rather than doing just cheap things to slap a brand, but it's your brand is higher end. Your brand is a nicer brand. So you're making sure it's very intentional with your brand.
I think when you are going to brand your items, and I get it, it depends on which season you're in your practice, right?
Mhm.
But when you are going to put your name on something, you want it to represent you well. And so, yes, the things that I have done are probably, I will always say they're top tier. But
Mhm.
some of these things you can also get when they go on sale. Like they'll send me stuff like it's now 85 cents, to get this pen or 50 cents for that pen. I'm like, oh shoot, get it now. We're gonna get this color. This is gonna be this season or
Mhm.
2024. This is the color. Um, so it's just, and it's something I think it's probably my mother because she's always like if I'm gonna go out with her, like sometimes I want to just dress down and wear sweatpants, right? She's like,
Mhm.
where are you going? You're not following me like that. And so it's like, okay, all right, I get it. Like I gotta represent you and myself well.
Mhm.
So yeah, for things you're gonna put your logo on, you do want to make sure it's something that people are gonna want, that it looks good and it represents you. So if you can't, maybe hold out till you can get the one that you really want. Because if it's crappy and you don't even like it and you're not gonna use it,
Mhm.
why get it? Save your
Yeah.
money, invest it in something else. Get AI.
Get AI. That was a mastermind conversation we had this week. There is a podcast, Inspode by Zanita. I will not say exactly which one. She knows. You guys can all guess on the podcast coming out. I recorded it right before this one, but Zanita, I think it was just so fun. I really wanted to hear just about the different ideas. So anything you have of like you said, pens.com or where you get your koozies or any of those, because I think that's also the hard part of there's so much out there. Like, who are the good brands? So even if you can send some of those that you like, I'd be happy to share those along. But I
Yeah.
think if nothing else, I hope listeners today start thinking of differently of how can you brand your stuff? How can you do simple things? Where are your patients hanging out all the time that are the ideal patients you want. Not just patients, because we don't want all patients. We want your ideal patient. So like you said, they're going to be at the distillery. So you're going to a certain place. Like I picked up on that. You're not like, I'm handing these out at, we won't say certain names, but I know you would not be dropping pens at certain places. You will be dropping them. They don't go to all locations. They go to intentional locations where it's like you said, there's a restaurant on the water. Well, I can already tell what type of a clientele is at that one based on where this restaurant is. So without Zanita even telling you who her ICP is or ideal customer profile or avatar of patient, she's intentionally putting all of her brand in the places she wants people to be at, her ideal patient base to grow. And Zanita, I mean, without even sharing any of your numbers, the fact that you've taken a scratch start shell of a practice, built it with your own branding, your own pieces, to now you're going to be bringing on an associate. I think people can attest that some of the things you're doing clearly have been working really, really well. So thank you for sharing. I got excited. I mean, I wrote a ton of notes over here and I hope other people did. And these are the type of conversations that come out at the mastermind. Zanita's talking about all of her problems, but then she's branding her Cusp everywhere and all of us want it. So it goes like, it's a good thing. And honestly, Sheena needs to talk to you. She needs help on her branding. So, and Sheena, shout out to you. Just like,
would love to.
Like, but these are the things.
I do think though, and I probably picked this up from Studio 88, just because you're a dental practice, a dental office, you do not have to do everything dental. Like my logo doesn't have a tooth anywhere, right? It can, and that's great, but it doesn't have to. So just because it's a dental practice, like my logo or the things that I brand aren't specific to dental things. So my recommendation is put your logo on something that you like and you would use outside of work. Yeah. That is the best way to market your practice, is on things that you would even want to use. It doesn't have to be like things you would expect from a dental office. You know what I mean? Like, right. Hence the
wine
tumblers and the wine stuff.
Yep. And it's stuff that you like, but also what I think is important is we often attract the people that are like us and as patients. And so Zanita is doing things that make her happy, that make her want to do it, that are going to attract people that are very similar to her. Not everyone's going to love this pen. There will be some of you that'll be like, that's too thick, that's too fat. Like, I don't like how that one writes. And you would prefer another style of pen. But people that like this high-end vibe feel where it's this I mean, I already know Tiffany would love this pen. And in the other colors, I also love that you do different colors. It's so clever, like so many fun things. And you just have fun, but you do it. I'm really proud of you on an overhead budget. Good job. Like when it's on sale, when these things, like you're not just buying the Stanleys, you're literally being an intentional business owner too, which I think shows that you can do branding and marketing on like within an overhead budget and still have a ton of fun and make beautiful, high quality things. I mean, your logo just stands out even in this video. It's strong. It's Zanita. It's beautiful. And it just definitely represents who you are as a person too.
And the final thing I'll mention about that is not every, like right now I'm the only one with the Stanley, but I will say if I make more of these, because I wanted to try it out. I wanted to see how it would do. And my team members were like, I love that, There are certain things that only squad members have. Yep. So like, right. So you wouldn't get it. Like there's certain jackets or sweatshirts that we have. You only get that if you're on my team. So there are certain things and like this t-shirt, patients don't get this, and it has our humble hearts, skilled hands at the back. If they're wearing it out, they're like, well, where'd you get the shirt? Even if a patient from Cusp Circle wants a shirt, theirs is a little bit different, right? So I, again, strategically know, how'd you get that? Because only team members have that or whatever. So if it's a little bit more expensive, maybe do that for your team during the holidays or their anniversary or their birthday or something like that, that you're not just giving to anybody else.
It's really clever. So for birthdays and anniversaries, do you have swag or gifts? I'm guessing it's all Cusp Dental Boutique. So tell us kind of about that. I mean, I didn't mean to go down this path, but I'm just very curious.
So, okay, for not always. So give me some credit there. Not always. Now, okay. So for my office, the first anniversary, you get a Marc Jacobs taupe.
I love it. I love it. No, there is no judgment, Zanita. These are the things that make offices stand out.
So
I
they
love
get
it.
it's the maybe I guess it's the small. So far I've given 4 of those out. But anyway, you get that in whatever color.
Hmm.
I order them, get them in bulk during the holidays. So I have them hidden somewhere in my office. So whenever someone's anniversary is, I can get in, I know what color they want, or I can ask, and then they get that for their first anniversary. Second anniversary, what I've done is, um, we did like I think it's like the Turkish towels, because again,
Hmm.
beach. And
Hmm.
then city paper, put my logo on it. It's in like leather or something like that on the side. So they have that, and the Turkish towels have like
Hmm.
it's like tied at the bottom or
Yep.
whatever, like the
Hmm. Hmm.
things hanging off of it. So we did that in a wine. So the wine shop that I go to, they custom made I brought the towel. They put that in there so my team members have gotten to their second year anniversary, they fill out a questionnaire from the wine shop that asks them specifically what kind of wines they like. We put that in the box with other goodies from the wine shop. So it might be like truffle almonds or whatever that will pair well, and little things based on what they like. And then that goes with it. And so that was year 2. I'm still thinking what's going to happen for those that make it to
Hmm.
year 3. But it's always going to be something different. They'll get at least something that has Cusp on it. It's just the first anniversary has the Marc Jacobs tip.
Yeah, I love
And
it.
that
No, that's
started from a joke that we had in the office, because people would walk around with these mock Jacobs. And my admin at the time, Rachel, she was great. Before she moved, she had, and it's on social media somewhere, where she wrote on a brown paper bag,
hmm.
the tote, my mock Jacobs, and she would walk around the office with it. And I was like, I get the hint. I get it. But that's when I bought it, and I just made it a rule. Our first anniversary, that's what you get.
It's amazing. And
So
I
it's the
love that you
same.
think about like buying it on sale. There's different things, and then it's part of the Cusp. I love that it's called the Cusp Squad, and you've got the Cusp Dental like Boutique Circle. So it's like you've got different names also for your groups that people want to be, which is so amazing. I have a friend, and she does this in her dermatology, and I didn't think about it, but she has it so exclusive that people like fly in from other places to go to her dermatology, and people are like, how did you get into Joyful? And she's just done a great job of branding it, of making things special, of making it to where this is only for, and I mean, I wrote so many notes because this is not my specialty. That's why I wanted you on the podcast, Anita, because I think hearing what other people do really can help us out. Just, and like you are literally thinking in branding all day, every day. What can I do? But also doing it in such a beautiful aesthetic way as well that people want it. I mean, who doesn't want a Marc Jacobs bag? But yeah, I'm okay with it saying Cusp on it. Like I'll take that, right? It's a beautiful thing that people do want, which is amazing.
Mhm. Yeah.
I love it. Well, Zanita, I adore you. Any last thoughts you have, anything on branding or business ownership or anything that you feel leaving our listeners today would put a nice, pretty bow on this for you today? Because I've loved it. I've enjoyed all the tactical pieces, so many different fun things, like something so far from what I normally talk about that just makes me excited and it's like ready to do this. So, any last things you want to add? Any advice, any pieces to put a bow on our podcast today?
Just make it fun. Get stuff that you would use. Doesn't have to be dental related. I mean, yeah, you can check in with your team too. They might have some great ideas that you can use. But yeah, just have fun with it and be obnoxious as you want to with it.
I love
Um,
it.
yeah,
Amazing. Well, Zanita, thank you. Thank you for coming on. Thank you for sharing. And I think this is just something really special about our dentist community of like people like you and Christy and Sheena and like Jamin and Kevin, like so many cool, amazing doctors that we get to hang out together. I didn't know how that community was going to shake. I had visions of it becoming what it's been, where you pop on, your hair's always wrapped up because you're coming from
yeah,
patients on your computer, hanging
yeah.
out. And then all of a sudden I see the like eyes flash to the screen, like, what? And I'm supposed to do what? You guys want the what? But just like a fun community and having doctors like yourself that just bring special different ways, I think is just amazing. So thank you for being on Dental Team's family. Thank you for being a part of our crew. It's just like, and thank you for sharing on the podcast today. I really appreciate you.
Of course. Thank you for having me. Like, yeah, I'm glad branding got us to this point because, yeah, I'll definitely, I won't disappoint next month.
I know you
I'll
won't.
have some new
Zanita,
ideas for you because
I guarantee
my pin is going to be on, so you'll see that on my
I can't wait.
blazer.
I cannot wait. Yeah, you walk around with this pin. I'm telling you, Zanita dresses herself to the hilt with her brand, and it's amazing. I love it every time. And I never know what you're going to show up in. And it's always different. You're always thinking. But I also love that you highlighted because some people can go crazy and not be smart, strategic business owners, and you're able to do both. And that's really what I wanted to highlight. So thank you. And thank everyone. And as always, thanks for listening. And I'll catch you next time on the Dental 18 podcast.